Hello everyone and welcome back to the Flat Chat. I'm Aaron and I'm here with the boys Heggy, Callum and Jacob. Of course the World Cup is on right now, and in this video we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about match day one. All the highs, all the lows, all the things in between pretty much. So
it's a four-day match day one though.
Of course, 4-day match day one. So
we've already done our video on Group A and B.
Yeah, we talked about that a wee bit.
Yeah, so maybe not talk about that as much in this one. I think there's one place to start though, and it is Messi's country, Argentina.
Is there?
Oh,
you're not going to start with the first day, no?
No, I like starting with
these guys.
it
was the first big shock of the tournament.
Rate it.
They were rubbish.
But
I think that Lautaro Martinez goal, you're just looking looking to try and rule goals out. I think that goes in 2-0, game's over. Saudi Arabia don't get back in.
I think they're going to win it 4-0 if that goes in.
Yeah, I'm not saying they stop it too, but the game is done, and it's this much of the shoulder. It's just a joke.
Was there not an error with that as well?
Apparently the left back. I've seen it before.
They've done it with the wrong player.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
So on that kind of similar vein then, what do we think of this whole semi-automated offside system? We've seen it in the Champions League, little bits in here and there, but in terms of the World Cup, how do you think it's been handled so far, apart from the...
Generally quite good.
When it works, but it does have issues because it doesn't pick up certain players.
Yeah.
If it picked up every player every time, it's perfect. It's so much quicker than normal VAR.
Yeah.
But there is still teething problems with it. I think within a year maybe it will be perfect.
Yeah, I think so.
I think a big issue with it is, there's an example of it would have been in the Qatar game where no one really knows what's going on because
they didn't show any replays either. We just had the commentators who,
if we're struggling, let's think how the people in the stadium were thinking. What they were thinking.
I was going to say we can only assume that the commentators were privy to replays that we weren't on the broadcast.
Oh, they sounded so confused, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, no, they did. They did.
Dion Dublin.
Yeah, I think
he was
so.
just.
But he always sounds confused.
He thought it was controversy still. I mean, Alan Shearer as well at half time. So you've seen it. You now know they've spotted something that we didn't notice. They've done really well actually, and they've got the right decision.
You be still thinking about Holmes under the hammer, to be fair.
That's true.
All those 370 appearances for Holmes under the hammer.
Anyway, we've kind of talked there about
the
semi-automated, exactly. We will talk about Argentina then.
Yeah.
Well, obviously we're going to talk maybe about Saudi Arabia and how well they did.
The standard of the goals were ridiculous.
I think that's the first thing we have to actually say is credit to Saudi Arabia. No one gave them a prayer, and they went out in the second half and proved why they were at the World Cup and why they do deserve to be there. I think
even the first half we saw it coming. They played that high line.
Yep.
Argentina were offside more times in the first half than they were the whole last World Cup.
Wow. That's mental. That's a mental stat. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It just showed the system can work against a team like that.
Yeah, it was brave. They're not the only team to do it at the World Cup so far. There's been a few other teams that have played really, really bold football.
Canada,
Tunisia played well as well. For sure. No, I think it was because they pushed up the pitch, and it just meant that they were bypassing Messi as well, and he was just standing about.
He lost the ball for the Saudi the winner, so it was.
He didn't look like he was doing great things either.
I think you could really tell. I think that I don't know if that kind of swayed the Argentina players a little bit. Seeing Messi kind of get put out the game a wee bit, they're like, all right, okay, like what do we do here and that as well? Because now they want to. I'm not saying Argentina is like a one-man team, but you could tell that Messi is kind of their driving force, the person that they look to. Obviously, he's one of the best players in the world. I think just seeing him get marked out the game, I think maybe had a wee bit of a psychological effect on the Argentinians.
I don't even think he did get marked out the game. He didn't even need to because of the high line.
Yeah,
it was just that used to be in between midfield and defence. And there was just no space there whatsoever.
Exactly.
He nearly scored after 2 minutes almost. Good save from the keeper.
He probably should have scored.
I think he's found the corner. I mean, you expect Messi to find the corner there.
Passed it right down the middle.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Is that the biggest shock, or onto the other big shock?
No. I think
Japan,
I think's the bigger shock.
No, not for me.
Not for me. I think this is the biggest shock in World Cup history.
What about the 1990 Argentina?
That's probably another one. But I think that Saudi Arabia is more of a shock than the Cameroon.
I think the fact that Argentina went 1-0 up makes it a bigger shock than the Cameroon one. Obviously, Germany also went 1-0 up.
Yeah, no, I think this one, it's just mental. That's just the biggest for me.
Japan have a lot of players in the top 5 leagues, especially the Bundesliga.
The two scorers,
but that's talking about the top 5 leagues. We don't know these other leagues, and every year we're surprised by players because they don't play in Europe.
Yeah. That's true. That is ignorance, but
definitely is.
Also, I think with Argentina, they were something like second favourites, whereas Germany, I think they're going into this, they were like 10th or 11th ranked in the world. I think That as well is massive.
You would never have said Germany were 10th or 11th favourites.
No, probably not. No,
Eggy had them as his favourite.
I mean, I initially did as well, but actually, I think just it was such a shock.
I'd have had them maybe
narrative.
4th or 5th at best, I'd say, but not 10th.
Yeah.
But
I think we need to talk about Japan though. They are a good side.
And they got better once Maeda went off, and that's when they scored both their goals.
you think you're laughing over there, but I think that's a big thing.
It's
true. He's a headless chicken. I'm sorry, but he is.
It's more accurate than you think, but obviously, as a Celtic fan, it pains me to say that.
You would agree here. You'd rather have seen Kyogo go as a Celtic fan.
Yeah.
Maybe not actually to see him get injured, but I mean just more because he's better.
When it came to the Japan team, when I saw the Japan team, I was stunned that Kyogo and Hatate didn't go.
Just think how good they would be if they had the best midfielder in world football, according to Celtic, Hatate in that team. They would have won it before.
Definitely.
They won 4-5-0. Germany would have had to give up after half time, honestly.
I was actually watching an American broadcast of this game, and it was unbelievable. The commentator was speaking the German players' names in German and the Japanese in Japanese, and he said he's got a close contact to the Japan national team. And can you guess what their target is for this World Cup?
Winning it.
To get to the last 8. It would be a major disappointment if they don't.
I think that.
Wow, that's really fair enough.
Yeah, I'd say based on their playing that as well. I know it's obviously one game, but if they can keep that standard high, then you never know. I don't think teams won't want to play Japan after seeing.
Japan's biggest attribute is they all work hard.
They do work hard.
Their work rate's phenomenal.
I mean, so is their fans' work rate. Have you not seen them in the stadiums? They love to showcase that working hard in Japan is just a thing.
Yeah, it's part of their culture, and it's a respected part of their culture.
They cleaned up the stadium afterwards as well.
Yeah, and of course the team.
Have you not seen this?
That's what you just
What
said.
did I say?
You said they work hard in the stadium.
The team cleaned up their dressing room as
I
well.
thought you were doing an iron as a joke.
No, I genuinely thought you said something else there.
But no, honestly, credit to both Saudi Arabia and to Japan, because they've both went out and proven that these sort of underdog nations can shock the big boys on the big stage.
Yeah.
Has there been any other big shocks?
Not a big shock, but onto the same group as Japan, Germany. People said Spain have a good side, but maybe lack goals.
And then they go score 7.
Went on and won 7-0, scoring a wide variety of goals, some really high standard goals, and just looked really, really good.
They did look really, really good, but as Stuart Pearce on Talk Sport wouldn't let me forget, Costa Rica were really bad. That's all that matters.
Costa Rica were bad, but they were in their group. Spain had to play them and pump them.
They didn't praise Spain once, did they?
It was. I would listen to the whole game on Talk Sport, and Stuart Pearce was just thinking of England the whole time. He was saying, Spain haven't even that good.
Does he remember the last time Costa Rica were in England's group and Costa Rica topped the group and England?
Exactly.
It was horrible to listen to. I was just like, can you praise this team? They're winning the game 7-0. He just sounded depressed. There's the 7th one.
Honestly, the England loving on international tournaments is unrivaled anywhere in the world. I don't even France and Germany would not get this passionate.
To be fair, let's be real here. We'd be like that with Scotland,
yeah.
But we wouldn't expect to win it. They have
we're just happy
reason to expect to win it. They're a better
side. They've looked like one of the best teams.
Yeah, talking of England,
we'll talk about them now.
They were very good there.
They were
very good.
Their young players, Bellingham, Saka, just looked really, really good.
Yeah.
It's a good mix of youth and experience.
Yeah, because Harry Kane is so important to him.
I will give England one bit of credit. A lot of people were kind of dismissing results, saying, it's just Iran. Bearing in mind Iran are in the top 20 in FIFA's rankings, so it's not as if it's like a diddy team that they've played.
Iran have had good results in major tournaments, even recently.
Spain? Portugal, was it?
Yeah,
I think it's Spain.
Because they were in the same group.
They were actually unlucky not to get out of that group. I think they had 4 points.
Yeah, I remember that.
But that's enough credit for England.
England are good. Iran
we're already going to get the comments of people saying it's coming home, and so
on to.
We're actually really moving on from England like that.
Yeah,
we've already done a video on England.
Exactly. You've done the A and B. I'm going to now go on to not just talking about it, but it was the goal of the tournament so far. And it was Richarlison's overhead kick against Serbia.
Honestly, this man loves Richarlison more that he's left Everton now than he was actually at Everton.
No, you should have heard him when he was at Everton.
He was insufferable. He still is.
I don't even think he's that amazing, but the goal, the touch, the finish, just brilliant. He's somehow Brazil's star man.
He is very, very good for them.
His goal record for Brazil is ridiculous because he wasn't that prolific at Everton. He's definitely not been prolific at Spurs. But just when he puts on that famous yellow jersey,
he loves it. Yeah, no, he does. He rises to the occasion.
He played for them at the Copa America, then the Olympics. Like, he wants to play for Brazil as much as he can.
I think the commentators also kind of said this as well. Like, you see these players that are coming in, like the likes of obviously Martinelli, like teams that plays like Arsenal, they get an even better level above when they put the Brazil shirt on because of what it means to that country. Like, obviously,
they're
football.
very patriotic.
They're
about football, especially.
Yeah. Well, it is the national pastime in Brazil.
Well, that's why they've won it the most.
Yeah, no, they are incredible. Let's be real here. They played against a side, Serbia, that actually, for about 75 minutes, did
I wouldn't
really
say
well.
quite as long as that, but yeah.
Was it not?
It was 65.
Honestly,
65 minutes, they did really well
once
to
Brazil
stop.
found second gear, they were just able to
But I actually think Brazil looked brilliant with that last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Carving them open at will, and that's a Serbia side that you said were so solid and have great players themselves.
Honestly, that last 15 minutes, Serbia's goalkeeper was seriously putting in a consideration for man of the match. Like, genuinely.
He made 3 or 4 really good saves.
Heggie, you mentioned something interesting during the game about the fact that you would have tried to squeeze Vlahovic in there for Serbia to maybe have more of a threat going forward.
Have
than the other ends. What do you think of that?
They played just Mitrovic up front. I would have played Mitrovic and Vlahovic with Tadic in behind and then just packed the rest of the team with defensive players, because if you've got those two big boys up front, you can just hoof it up there and you're probably going to win it.
I don't remember watching Vlahovic get a touch there.
No.
I think once he came on...
No, the game was over.
I think once he came on, it kind of... I don't know if it upset Serbia's rhythm a little bit. Maybe they're a bit more used to Mitrovic as opposed to Vlahovic.
Maybe that's why he didn't start.
They had both for a bit and then quickly realised we were getting absolutely pummeled here.
I don't think Kostic played either, which I was
which is
surprised
shocking.
by.
That was weird, yeah.
Must have been injured or something like that because he's a top player.
Yeah. I don't think he's had too good a start at Juventus though, so maybe he's just in poor form as well.
I mean, he was on the bench.
I know, but James Maddison was also on the England bench and he wasn't fit to play, so it could be similar to that. I guess we'll find out in the next Serbia game what the script was.
Yeah, no, I think for Serbia, I think it's going to be very interesting going forward for them because they've got quite a tough group. Because I'm going to be honest, I think we all talked about it. We thought maybe Switzerland would be the team that got through, other than Heggie thought Serbia.
Yeah.
But when I was watching that Switzerland Cameroon game, I know Switzerland won the game, and Switzerland obviously they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Work well as a team. But Cameroon surprised me. Cameroon were very good, probably the better side in the first half.
It was a Cameroonian that scored.
It was, yeah.
Mbo.
Didn't celebrate.
No.
But no, I think Cameroon are, Anguissa in particular, Mbuemo as well actually.
And this is a brilliant player.
Yeah, no, they look not bad. I wouldn't be surprised if they cause an upset against Serbia.
I know this is a World Cup of 0-0 draws. We've had 4 of them in the first match day, but most boring game for you guys?
What was it? There was a clear contender.
I think one of the 10 AM ones, because I've woke up early, I'm going to put it...
It was Denmark, Tunisia.
Yeah, that was a bit of a snooze fest.
See, I was going to put Morocco, Croatia, because I woke up for it, having had a late night the night before, deliberately set the alarm for that 5 to 10, and then I honestly was just...
I get that, but with that one I think has been more excitement, not because of what was actually being played, but because of the players that were playing.
Maybe. Also, the Uruguay game didn't even have a shot on target.
Oh no, Uruguay was pretty terrible as well.
I didn't watch that game, so...
Literally, and credit to Tunisia, because they looked really decent at times, they just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net.
That is one thing that I will say. We have all massively disrespected the African teams. They are all solid.
Well, and the Asian teams as well.
Yeah.
They're all solid, and it's match week or game week 1, but it still wouldn't surprise me if the ones we predicted to go out still go out.
Yeah,
it's all good. I don't think we were disrespectful. They can hold their own, but I still think the majority of them will go out.
I think you are right. I think they've come here and they've gone, hold on, we're not actually bad, by the way. And all the teams like Argentina, like Germany, like Belgium that was against Canada, were a bit arrogant. I think they might. They might start rolling over teams seriously. Spain weren't, Brazil weren't, England weren't.
Could be a big reason why Spain won 3 tournaments in a row is that they just take nobody for.
You just take nobody for granted.
But there has been 2 really, really poor teams in my opinion we've seen, and it is Qatar and Costa Rica. Yes. I think they are the worst 2 by a mile.
Honestly, we were here watching that game, like obviously the Qatar game, and honestly, Qatar's goalkeeper. See if we could have a contender for worst player of the World Cup so far. I'd say that 90-minute performance would put Qatar's goalkeeper pretty high.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna put you in there, but it's a difference.
I don't know if that's saying more about the Qatar keeper or Aaron.
Oh, sorry, Aaron's been compared to a keeper that's starting the World Cup. I think he'll take it.
I was going to say, he's going to argue.
Yeah, but obviously I completely
It was the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just listening to it, because I was driving home having won a penalty shootout and scored in the penalty shootout, just have to fling that in there.
I was going to say, would you be saying the same thing if he'd lost it?
No, definitely not, but they just kept throwing his name in, saying he'd just been in no man's land every time, constantly.
Mental. It was mental, and it was very exciting the first 25-30 minutes. And then the game...
Then I got home to watch the game, and
Horrible.
And the thing is, Qatar on paper aren't even a bad team. They won the Asian Cup a couple of years ago.
And they've had good results in friendlies recently.
Exactly.
Well, they closed their league 3 months ago just to
give
get
the
ready.
players a rest. Exactly. So
The manager wasn't looking too happy, was he?
No,
He looked as though he was going to have an aneurysm.
He was-
that was their easiest game on paper, and they were
and
second best everywhere.
Ecuador made them look completely average.
Yeah, Ecuador, and then they just took their foot off the gas second half.
You wouldn't even
Thought,
say
we're not
Ecuador
gonna
are
injure
that good.
No, they just stopped playing.
Yeah, they knew they'd
They
won the
just,
game.
yeah, they knew they won the game. Don't get any injuries because Inter Valencia obviously took a knock in the first half, and they thought, you know what, let's just calm it down here.
I think there's one more game we'll talk about before
France.
we wrap it up. Oh, 2 more
The
then.
World Cup, well, the current holders.
Yeah.
We've got to talk about them because
Everyone thought they were going to have that.
They were going to have an upset moment, obviously,
They-
when Australia scored first, but then
More
France
just the fact
became
that
France.
the winners of the last tournament have then done rubbish in the
Yeah.
next one, so people thought, oh, maybe France, it's going to happen to them. The curse, as they call it.
I felt that they were maybe going to join in with the Belgiums, Argentina, Germany, where they were going to maybe take the team they're playing against a wee bit lightly,
But
and they did
Mbappe's
start
too good.
that. Mbappe is too good. I think one thing we were talking about is they didn't press. The front four did not press at all, and just
No.
Australia had their way with them for the first
Yeah.
half hour. They really did.
Giroud's not maybe known for his
Yeah,
pressing
it's the other
ability.
guys. Mbappe just doesn't move
Yeah.
when the ball goes past him.
Does when he has it, though.
Yeah.
The
But
speed he does when he has it.
Australia were just allowed the ball,
Yeah.
and
At will.
Aaron Moy was actually playing really well in that holding role.
Who does he play for?
A team in Scotland. But
He plays for the
no,
champions of Scotland.
The back four being filled with SPFL jobbers didn't help them.
I think they've got 7 players from SPFL.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
And I think 3
Three
of them are born in
born here.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cum dog up front's great patter, isn't it?
Him coming on and sharing a pitch with Mbappe at the World Cup, it's what dreams are made. It gives us all a chance to be at the next World Cup, basically.
That's fair.
Does anyone have a Costa Rican grandparent? Jacob could play for Poland.
I could play for Poland, but Lewandowski is close to retiring. I'll replace him up top.
You can speak just as good Polish as Matty Cash
Oh,
probably.
to see him do the national anthem. He didn't have a clue. Fair play for trying.
No, that's fair.
I'm gonna put a suggestion out here for the boys here. I'm gonna say goal of the match day so far.
we've-
Oh, Richarlison.
We've said it already. Richarlison has to be it.
I like Richarlison's,
No,
but
you don't like Richarlison.
I mean, as a player, probably not.
No,
but
hate him.
Who are you going
Sorry,
for?
Jacob.
Rafa Leao's against Ghana. I think
That was a good goal.
that's a fantastic finish.
Not as good as Richarlison's.
He
in my
needs to
opinion.
start the Leal next game, I think.
Yeah, I agree with
Portugal
that.
missed someone carrying the ball at pace. They had all the wee Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, João Felix, all who want the ball.
Insert sketch of Ronaldo going standing up here saying, "Not you."
Yeah, even Otavio's a very similar player to
Yeah,
Bernardo.
just great dribblers, but not any pace to get in behind or anything
Yeah.
like that. Whereas they just stretched them straight away, and Ghana didn't know how to handle
I think you're completely right there, but I think with the way this game was going, Ghana were just sitting on their balls and just counter-attacking, and then they started to come out to play once they got their goal.
Yeah.
Obviously, the penalty that Ronaldo got.
Penaldo for someone.
It's a pen for me.
It's still a pen. I think it's one of those
Yes,
ones,
yeah.
though, isn't it? Where if it gets given, it's not getting overturned. If
Yeah.
it doesn't get given, it's not getting
There's
overturned.
nothing clear and obvious in that for any way to overturn it, so it's 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. But no, I think that Portugal were allowed to do what they did with Leao when Ghana started to come out to play a wee bit more, and they just left so much space. Players like Amarte, terrible. But
And,
nah,
yeah, they've got Uruguay next.
Yeah, it's a tricky one for them.
that's a massive game.
That's game of the match day in my opinion, other than Germany Spain, which obviously
Germany.
Well,
Let's be real here,
I was
Germany
gonna
can be
say,
out.
It has a potential to be a game of the match day, but if Uruguay keep misfiring like they did against South Korea, they could be in bother.
Uruguay were a struggle to watch. They really
Like,
were.
that was a tricky game.
But to be fair, like you said with Japan about how hard they worked, in their defensive unit, South Korea are like mental. They just
Kim
they're
and
so
Jae had them
the five
solid,
Kims.
didn't
yeah.
he? The Napoli boy is the main man.
I was going to say Kim Min-jae, the one of my centre backs in my World Cup fantasy team. Good on you,
No
son.
way you picked him.
I did pick him.
That's wild.
that's a good
It's,
pick.
it's
Who
come
did you have? Did you have a buoy at right back, didn't you?
That's a different thing. We don't want to mind Callum with that.
You had him at CDM though.
No, he'd cold too.
I was going
so
to say with how fluid Callum's system was in that video, it wouldn't be surprised if he had the buoy up top playing striker.
I genuinely thought you said Callum's sister there when you said that it was Callum's system, I believe.
Callum's system.
But yeah, finally, just last thing for me is that I actually got right into it and I was supporting Wales when they were playing USA, and I'm going to be waking up early and supporting them again against
Oh,
Iran.
I'm not supporting Wales.
I
sorry.
enjoyed it.
Absolutely supporting Wales against
I
England.
enjoyed it. I did it for them at the Euros as well. I was celebrating their goals with Belgium in 2016, and I'll be doing it again tomorrow.
You're both embarrassing.
Yeah.
You're genuinely embarrassing. I cannot stand England. But
Yeah,
I actually
I
think
do
I
that.
hate Wales more.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Because England, you can almost be like, I'm jealous, obviously, but what am I
I'm
jealous
not
of? The
jealous of.
fact that they've got how many
More people in
10
London.
times the people than us probably. They've got such a large pool
No,
to take of players to take from, and they've got incredible
See,
football
if-
infrastructure. I was speaking, man.
Alright.
Jeez, oh. But Wales, they are worse than Scotland.
But they've got Bale.
And he was pish, and he got
Right.
man of the match. I'm sorry, I do not like.
I mean,
them.
all
They-
the man of the matches have been a joke.
Yeah, they've all been like.
They have been,
The
but
De
the way
Bruyne one was the worst.
the way they play is just horrible. It's horrible to watch. But to be fair to them, they were definitely the better side in the second half. Man, I think
Yeah.
Kiefer Moore should start for them.
Yeah.
I- I-
That's the start.
but I do not like them. I do not like the fact that they're there and we're not. Because
I
I
get that, but
can accept England being there. That makes
Well,
sense.
they did what we couldn't. They beat Ukraine.
Pricks.
agreed. So yeah,
Honestly, the fact that England's media and fans constantly rabbit on about the fact that it's coming home when it doesn't every single tournament makes it so easy for me to agree with Jacob and back Wales against England. Come on, Wales.
What's England got to do with this other than Wales? Other than when Wales play them, though.
I was getting. What's
Jacob's
England?
just saying he's supporting them.
Did you say you support England?
No,
No,
Wales.
no,
He's just supporting Wales in general at the tournament.
I was going to say not in general at the tournament, but against England, 100%. I'm supporting Wales.
I couldn't care
Wales.
less who wins.
So yeah, now I feel like I'm contradicting myself.
Yeah,
It's
you don't see-
funny, but it's funny if England lose. But
exactly.
I don't want Wales to get all excited.
Yeah, but it'd be hilarious if
It would be. So I just want them both not to play each other. I just
I
want
was
them both-
going to say, come on, Wales.
That's what the US to beat them both.
Heggy.
England
But,
are going to batter everyone in their path until the final. That's
And then
what I'm
lose
saying.
2%.
Sorry, obviously we're not English, but we're going to mention how far do you think they can get now that you've seen the first round game.
Genuinely, they will.
France in the quarters.
They will at least
Aye.
get
France,
to the quarters.
I was going to say quarter.
Oh no, I think we're all in agreement
Yeah.
they will get to the quarters. I think they'll get beat
Yeah.
by France as well.
I think that'll be an unbelievable game. I think it's so close between them.
I think
I
you're
think
right.
if Walker's
You're
back and Mbappe plays on the left, that'll be interesting to
Oh,
watch.
it's-
I'd love to
Trippier's
watch.
been so good though.
I can't
Oh,
play
he's going to
against
get
Mbappe.
absolutely done by Mbappe.
I was gonna
I
say,
know,
I disagree.
Heggy, but it becomes a
But
thing where he's just it's like a man
Yeah.
against Superman.
There's also
Yeah.
an issue with that though. Mbappe would have to track back in that
Yeah.
game.
Oh, definitely.
And he didn't do that
Yeah.
against
You're right.
Australia.
No, you're right.
Because he didn't need to. Like,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he would have to against England,
Yeah.
which means he's not as much of a threat going forward.
So yeah. Anyway, that's for a later date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. So we're gonna wrap that up, Adam.
Yep, so that has been our little sort of mini discussion. There's been no script to this sort of discussion video, but
As you can probably tell,
as you
by
can probably
jumping
tell,
about.
exactly. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it, guys. Of course, subscribe too. We've just gone past 100 subscribers on the YouTube, I should say. And of course, follow us on TikTok. We're doing very well over there, so thank you very much. And of course, don't forget,
Take
take
it
it
easy.
easy.
Take it easy.